Hello everyone. In this session, I have taken one logical reasoning question paper from the CAT 2021 paper. So you can all pass for some time and then go through the question and then we can solve the problem. Okay, let's now try and solve the problem. I have made a tabular column here to capture all the information provided in the question. So there are 8 authors who have published in total 18 papers in 4 issues of a journal. January and April issues had 5 papers and July and October issues had 4 papers each. Let's now capture the information provided. There are information given in 1, 2, 5, 6 and 8. Others are conditions which we will have to use for solving the problem. F is an Indian author from logistics area, wrote only one paper and it was published in October. So all other issues it will be 0. Second, A was from automation area and did not have a paper scheduled in October. We don't know about the total number of papers and in which issues they are published. C and E are both Chinese authors from different areas, had the same number of papers scheduled, and further E had papers scheduled in consecutive issues and B and C did not. So from this what we can find out is both the number of papers published by each of these authors. One of the conditions given in the problem is that an author had published minimum 1 and maximum 3 papers. So if C and E had published 1 paper each, then the condition does not comply to, because one of the author had consecutive papers in consecutive issues. So one number of paper is not possible. Similarly, if both had 3 papers, then one of the author did not have any papers published in consecutive issues. If 3 is the total number of papers published, then at least 2 papers will be in consecutive issues, so which is also not as per the condition. So the total number of papers published by both C and E should be 2, so that the condition can be complied to. Next information is B is from logistics area, had a paper scheduled in April issue of the journal, and we don't know about the total number of papers and in which issues they are published. And D is a Japanese author from manufacturing area, did not have a paper published in July, so we don't know about the total numbers. So let's now find out the other information required to solve the problem based on all the information given. And there are certain conditions which we'll be using during solving this problem. Here we have in total 4 Indians, 2 Chinese and 2 Japanese authors, out of which we know 2 Chinese authors already, 1 Japanese and 1 Indian. So remaining are 3 Indian and 1 Japanese. One of the condition here says 2 of the authors belong to the same country, B and G. If they have to belong to the same country, with the available option, both of them should be Indian authors. So again we are left out with 1 Indian and 1 Japanese authors. Here one of the conditions says none of the Japanese or Chinese authors were from automation area. Since A is from automation area, he cannot be either a Japanese or a Chinese author, so he should be an Indian author. So remaining left out is 1 Japanese author who should be H. So we have now found out the country of origin of all the authors. Let's now move on to find out their area of specialization. In the area of specialization also, we'll be using the same condition. None of the Japanese or Chinese authors are from automation. We have 2 Chinese, 1 Japanese and 1 Indian left out. So we'll again use the information given. There are 4 logistics, 2 automation and 2 manufacturing specializations. So we know 2 authors are from logistics, 1 author is from automation and 1 is from manufacturing. So remaining will be 2 should be from logistics, 1 from automation and 1 from manufacturing. So since there are 3 in total Japanese and Chinese authors who are not from automation, so remaining Indian author should be from automation area. So we have already found out 2 authors who are from the automation area. Remaining is 2 logistics and 1 manufacturing. So we use here 2 conditions, 1, 5 and 9. C and E are from different areas and C and H are also from different areas. C and E and C and H. which is possible only if C is from manufacturing and E and H are from logistics. So we have now found out the area of specialization of all the authors. Let's now move on to the number of papers published by each of them. The total number is 18, and there is one condition given here. Let the alphabets be the number of papers published by each of these authors. So A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G plus H is equal to 18. This is the first equation. Second is A plus D plus G plus H is equal to twice the remaining B plus C plus E plus F. We'll fill in the available information. So it will be 2 into B plus 5, which is equal to 2B plus 10. Let's put this here. A plus D plus G plus H is 2B plus 10. So remaining will be B plus C plus D is already here, E plus F is equal to 18. We know C, E and F, so this will be 3B plus 10 plus 5 is equal to 18. 3B plus 15 is equal to 18, which implies B is equal to 1. So we know from the information given that paper is published in April. So in all other issues, it will be 0. So now we have in total 18 papers, out of which we already know 6 papers published by different authors. So remaining is 12. So the other information given in the problem is that an author has published a minimum 1 and a maximum of 3. We have 4 left out authors, so that the only option will be the remaining is 12 divided by 4, which will be 3. Each one of them should have published 3 papers each. So here A, we know October he did not have any publication, so all the other issues he had 1 paper each. Similarly, D had 1 in each of the remaining issues. Coming to G and H, here there is a condition wherein A and H were from different countries but had their papers scheduled in exactly the same issues. So A and H will be similar, 1, 1 and 0. And we have another condition here. B and G belong to the same country. None of their papers were scheduled in the same issue of the journal. Since B had 1 in April, G will not have any paper published in April. So he had total 3. So remaining 3 papers will be published, 1 in each of the January, July and October. Now coming to the last 2, C and E. The condition says E had papers scheduled in consecutive issues and C did not. Now let's find out the number of papers to be found for each of the issues. Here total is 5. We already know 4. So remaining we need to find out 1. April, similarly, total is 5. Remaining is we already know 4. So remaining 1. July, the total is 4. We know already 3. So remaining 1. October is 4. We already know 3. So remaining is 1. So in each of these issues there should be 1 paper each. Let's take this condition. If the consecutive issues are January and April for E, then the remaining 2 papers should be in July and October for C, but C did not have any consecutive papers. So this condition, this option will not be possible. Similarly, if E had papers published in July and October, the remaining 2 papers of C should have been published in January and April. Again, this is not as per the condition because C did not have any consecutive papers. So the only option is C should have published the 2 papers in April and July, so that the other 2 papers of C will be in January and October, which are not consecutive issues. By this way, we have found out all the required information. Let's now find out the summation of the papers published in each of these issues as per the area of origin, country of origin and the area of specialization. Let's take the country of origin, Japan, China and India in that sequence. So in January, the Japanese authors have published 2 papers. Chinese authors have published one paper and Indian authors had published two papers. In this way, you can sum up for the other issues also, which will be 2, 1, 2 here, 1, 1, 2 here, and 1, 1, 2 here. Similarly, we'll sum up the number of papers published in each of these issues as per the area of specialization. Let's take automation, manufacturing, and logistics sequence. So in automation, in January, we have 1 and 2. In manufacturing, we have 1, 2 papers, and in logistics we have 1. In this way, we can do the summation for other issues also in the same sequence. It will be 1, 1 and 3 for April, 2, 0 and 2 for July, and 1, 2 and 1 for October. Let's now solve the questions given against the information provided. So what is the correct sequence of the number of papers written by B, C, E and G? B, C, E and G. It is 1, 2, 2, 3. The option is C. How many papers were written by Indian authors? Indian authors 3 plus 1 4 plus 1 5 plus 3 8. Which of the following statements must be true? Every issue had at least one paper by authors from each country. Authors by country, at least there are one paper in each of these issues. So this is true. Every issue had at most 2 papers by authors from each area. Area wise, it says at most 2, but there is one place where there is 3. So this is wrong. So only statement A is correct. Which of the following statements are false? Every issue had exactly one paper by Chinese author. Chinese authors, yeah, this is true. Every issue had at least one paper by authors from automation area. Automation area, yes, at least one is there. This is also true. Every issue had exactly 2 papers by authors from logistics area. Exactly 2, no, this is wrong. Then every issue had exactly 2 papers by Indian authors. Indian authors, exactly 2. Yeah, this is right. So the option is C. Which of the following statements is false? Here, there were exactly one paper by author from logistics area in the October issue. October issue, logistics area 1. This is correct. There was exactly one paper by an author from manufacturing area in the April issue. April issue, manufacturing 1. Correct. There were exactly 2 papers by authors from manufacturing area in July issue. July manufacturing, it was 0, so this is wrong. There were exactly 2 papers by authors from manufacturing area in January issue. January issue 2 manufacturing, yeah, this is right. So the option is C. Which of the following is the correct sequence of the number of papers by authors from automation, manufacturing and logistics areas respectively? Automation, manufacturing and logistics, the summation is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. The sequence is 6, 5, 7. So this is how we solve a logical reasoning problem. I'll come up with more such videos solving problems from various CAT question papers. Do subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you.